Woodworking has the power to completely transform how you look at earning an income. Imagine this for a moment. You take a raw piece of wood, a completely unremarkable material, and with just a few tools and your own two hands, you create something beautiful, useful, and valuable, something that others would happily pay for. Now here's what's really amazing. Creating and selling simple woodworking projects doesn't just feel rewarding. It can also become one of the easiest and most reliable ways to generate passive income, even if you're just a beginner. A lot of people believe that to make money woodworking, you need to be some kind of expert craftsman, but that couldn't be further from the truth. You don't need a fancy workshop, years of experience, or thousands of dollars in tools. What you do need is a clear plan, a few small projects you can master quickly, and the willingness to take that first step. From there, the opportunities are endless, because people love handmade high-quality wooden items. With the right guidance, you can turn this into an enjoyable side hustle, or even a full-fledged business. So, let's start with a key question. What kind of woodworking projects actually sell? Too often, I see beginners trying to bite off more than they can chew, attempting to build large or complicated pieces that take weeks to complete and are hard to sell profitably. But the truth is, the best-selling projects are usually the simplest ones. Think about small items that fit into people's lifestyles, things that are practical, beautiful, and don't take a ton of time or materials to create. Cutting boards, for example, are one of the all-time best sellers for woodworkers online. Why? Because everyone can use one, and people are willing to pay a premium for something that feels unique and handcrafted. A high-quality cutting board, made from durable wood, and maybe even personalized with a customer's initials, can sell for upwards of $50, while the materials might only cost a fraction of that to acquire. Another bestseller is simple wooden shelves. Minimalist, compact shelves are always in demand because they're functional and stylish. People want ways to organize their homes, and they're drawn to clean, handmade wooden designs that they can proudly display. Even beginner woodworkers can create these with just a few cuts and screws. And the best part, shelves can be sold, not only online but also locally, making this a fantastic way to appeal to a wide audience. Don't overlook small, decorative items either, like wooden signs with engraved or painted text. Think charming phrases for kitchens, names for kids' bedrooms, or directional signs for events like weddings. These can be sold very profitably because they are highly customizable, which allows you to charge more for personalized orders. The same goes for small organizational boxers or even rustic-style coasters. These are items with low material costs and high perceived value, especially when you position them as handmade, unique, or eco-friendly. By now, you're probably thinking, okay, these projects sound great, but where do I sell them? How do I get them into the hands of people who will actually pay for them? The answer lies in understanding your audience and where they're already shopping. Platforms like Etsy are perfect for this. It's an online marketplace specifically for handmade and vintage items, which means shoppers are already expecting to pay a little more because they associate these products with craftsmanship and quality. eBay is another excellent option. Its massive user base allows people from all over the world to find your work. And selling outside these platforms works too. Imagine showcasing your items at local farmers markets, craft fairs, or even on social media. A simple, well-photographed Instagram page can work wonders. People love seeing the process behind handmade items, so you can share images or even short videos as you're building these projects. It humanizes your brand and drives interest in what you're selling. Now let's talk pricing. One of the biggest mistakes woodworkers make is undervaluing their work. Just think about this. When someone buys a handmade wooden shelf or a personalized cutting board, they're not just paying for the item itself. They're also paying for the time it takes you to create it, the care you put into your craftsmanship, the knowledge you've built over hours spent refining your skills, and the quality materials you've chosen. All of this is part of the value you're offering. So, when you calculate pricing, don't just consider your material and labor costs. Add a healthy profit margin and be confident in asking what your work deserves. As long as your projects are high quality and appeal to the right audience, people will gladly pay fair prices. I understand that diving into woodworking and turning it into a source of income can feel overwhelming at first. There's a lot to think about. What projects should you start with? What tools and materials do you really need? How do you make sure everything you build is high quality and desirable? This is exactly why I want to share something that's helped me and so many others shortcut the learning curve and get better results faster. It's called Ted's Woodworking, and it's hands down the best resource I've come across for taking the guesswork out of woodworking. Ted's Woodworking is a digital library containing over 16,000 woodworking plans. That's right, 16,000. Here's the best part. Each project plan comes with detailed step-by-step instructions, diagrams, and material lists. There's no need to waste time figuring out measurements or worrying if you're missing a step. It's all laid out for you in a way that's easy to follow. even if you're just starting out. Asterisk, think about how much time and energy you could save if you didn't have to guess at anything. You could start with a basic cutting board or shelf, and work your way up to more complex items as your skills improve. Whether you're looking to sell fast turnaround projects online or craft high-end pieces for premium buyers, Ted's Woodworking has something for everyone. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out. I highly recommend it if you're serious about turning woodworking into a reliable income source. Asterisk, one of the things I love most about woodworking is that it's not just about making money. It's about creating something with your own two hands that wasn't there before. It's about the satisfaction you feel when you complete a project, even if it's small. Every little imperfection is a learning opportunity, and every completed piece is a step forward, not just in skill but in confidence too. Eventually, what starts as a hobby becomes second nature. What looks impossible today might feel effortless tomorrow because every single project you build is moving you closer to mastery. The key is to take action. Don't wait for the perfect tools or the perfect time to start. Use what you already have. Find a piece of scrap wood in your garage, pick out a beginner-friendly project, and just begin. You'll be amazed at how quickly you can create something worthwhile. And if you use Ted's Woodworking, it'll feel like you've got a personal mentor guiding you every step of the way. Asterisk, woodworking isn't just a skill for professionals. It's for anyone, regardless of experience, who's willing to try, experiment, and improve. It's the kind of pursuit that not only teaches patience and persistence, but also opens doors to creativity, satisfaction, and financial freedom. You might start with a simple shelf or cutting board today, but who knows where it can lead. Months from now, you could be building custom furniture, designing unique pieces for online clients, or even teaching others to take their first steps in woodworking. Asterisk, it all boils down to the decision to start. So, take that step. Click the link in the description, check out Ted's Woodworking, and see how it can fast-track your progress. Then, grab some wood, dust off the tools you already have, and get to work. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to begin. There's no better time to start building something amazing than right now.